diesel motor? Well, now there's a shop at Jessup to make your diesel tune-up or repairs. Wayne County's Tristan Drury is Ford and Cumming diesel certified and an ASE Master Diesel certified technician. His shop is located in the Old Walker Chevrolet shop on Cherry Street. So if you need parts, repair, or fabrication, call Tristan at Drury Diesel Performance, 912-386-1650. That's 912-386-1650. Drury Diesel Performance at the Old Walker Chevrolet shop on Cherry Street in Jessup.
Are you thinking of buying or selling your home? This is Kelly Lamb with Parker Insurance and Realty, your local source for all of your real estate needs. With this being one of the most important decisions you'll make in your lifetime, I would like to use my expertise to personally assist you through this process. At Parker Insurance and Realty, we offer a full range of real estate services, as well as any insurance you may need. Give me a call or stop by and let me answer any questions you have on selling your home or purchasing your new home. Call Kelly at Parker Insurance and Realty, 427-9345. That's 427-9345.
And good morning. You're listening to the Big Dog, WIFO-FM in Jessup, 105.5 on your FM dial. Butch Hubbard here with you. It is a Thursday morning, the 21st day of July. It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Parker Insurance and Realty, located on Macon Street in downtown Jessup, by Jessup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway, Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear, and also brought to you by Drury Diesel in downtown Jessup at the intersection of First and Cherry Street. Well, Bob, got some very special guests in this morning.
Yes, special event taking place. Again, it's become an annual event at the Country Club. It's called the Summer Social. It's one final time to get together before school gets underway. But the entertainment tomorrow night is going to be the Second Chance Band, my favorite band of all time. Got two of the members of the band here, Mark McGregor and Mike Hardgrove, here to talk about the Summer Social. And should be a good crowd, a lot of fun. The band's been busy this summer, been busy, all the time since they've been together.
Yes, Bob, we've been having a good time as always. The band's been together about 12 years now.
12 years.
12 years, and we're getting a little long in the tooth, but we're still having fun. So that's the main thing. We play twice a year at Pine Forest Country Club. We play for the summer social, and we play for New Year's Eve, and this is probably the most fun we have because it's people that follow us, and they follow us everywhere we go. So we come to Jessup, and we don't have to travel, and they don't have to travel. And Country Club's nice enough to open up this function to not only the guest, but actually to the whole county if they want to come. Whoever wants to come can come to the Pine Forest Country Club and see what we do and see what we have out there. And it's a nice place to be. And we look forward to this. And like I say, this is our fun. Right. This is the band's fun here.
As you mentioned, everyone's invited. You got to be 21 to enter, but again, the public's invited. It's $15 for members, $20 for non-members. Again, you can purchase tickets in advance. Stop by the club or call Liz at 427-4625. There's also a meal provided as well. They're going to have hot dogs, hamburgers, and corn on the cob. And the food gets underway from 7:39, and the band hits the stage around 9 p.m. But as I mentioned, y'all guys have been busy. You performed at Relay for Life, also the Sweet Onion Festival. How was that over there in Vidalia?
Oh, we play there. That's in Glenville. We've been playing there several years now.
This is the fifth year there.
Fifth year, and it's always fun. It's hot, but it's always fun. We play outdoors in that one, but it's covered. We don't like to play outdoors if we can help it because it's hot. Young people, it doesn't bother them, but older people, it's tough on them. So
we're talking about performing for Henneke's wedding and out to Lewis Farm, and that was one of the most fun nights I've had in a long time. That was a great event.
Well, those two of my favorite young people, Hannah and Garrett. So we were tickled to play for them.
Especially that was a great venue out there as well.
Oh, it was a beautiful place at the Lewis Farm. I tell you, it was really, really nice, and it was well done. I mean, I don't know who was in charge of it, but it was orderly, and it was a great
night. That was a great night.
Yes, it was. It was a privilege to play for them because that's two young people that they come see us pretty regular when we're around, and they traveled to see us, and they've been good to us, and it was our privilege to be able to play for them and be a part of their special day.
Again, the bands, as you mentioned, we get together 12 years, but for those that may not know everybody in the band, don't want to leave anybody out, so just go ahead and run down to the band members, Mike.
We've got 5 lead singers. That's Parker Mullis, Earl Bailey, Jack Brinkley, Mark McGregor, and Johnny Keith. And on the band side, we have Marion Deloach, our guitar player, and we call him the new guy on the block. He's been with us a year now. Is Keith Stewart. Then we have Tony Brinkley on drums, Greg Archibald on bass, myself on saxophone, and Jason Melton on trumpet. And I'm going to mention our sound man because he's an important part of the band as any of the members, and that's Randy Reynolds, who does our sound.
Y'all couldn't get Jack to come in this morning?
Jack's been traveling. He just
has
got
he?
into town early this week, and
Okay.
it takes Jack a little while to recuperate. So.
So that's the reason why y'all spread y'all's performances a month apart. It takes a little while for Jack.
Well, you know, a lot of these guys are retired and they're traveling a lot now.
Oh, yeah.
So we kind of handpick when we want to play, and it's hard to get. We got 12 of us, so it's hard to get schedules and calendars together. So we do as good as we can.
Do y'all still enjoy it? Do you still have the passion to go out there and entertain?
I do.
We all still love it. We fuss about it sometimes, but when we get there to play, it's as good now as it was 12 years ago.
Well, it's kind of like Bob and I. You know, we've been doing this show now since 1996, and some days they're as good and some days are bad. But I still look forward to doing. You know, I know it's not like y'all's. Y'all's an entertainment form, but still, this is a show type sense. And I still enjoy this. So I know what you mean by going out there and doing something that you really like. And is it good? I mean, you talk about this, and we've talked about this in the past, that y'all do have, I'm not going to call them groupies, but fans that follow you from venue to venue that are there. You can pretty well can say that probably 90% of the time you're going to see their faces out there. What does that mean to y'all as band members to have such dedicated fans?
It's important. You have Al Richardson that drives all the way from West Georgia to hear us, and we see him about every time we play a public event. That's pretty impressive, I tell you. And people follow us, and actually, we have a big Jessup crowd that follows us, and it's fun because we know we're doing something right when they show up. Yeah, because a lot, they've seen the show, they hear a lot of the songs, but they still come back for that experience of being part of that. That they enjoy the entertainment of that, plus it brings back memories of yesteryear where there's old songs that from the 60s and 70s. And y'all still pretty much in that area in songs, aren't you? 60s and 70s? Exactly. Yeah. That's our base. I mean, that's what we grew up with. We grew up with Jack Brinkley and King David and the Slaves, and they were still the epitome of a band. The best band I've ever heard. And
now, what years all did they perform?
They were in the early 60s.
Early 60s?
Up to about 67 or 8, I think.
About 67, I think. When I started.
And, man, what a talent. Some of those guys were, first chair at Georgia trumpet players.
Wow.
And then you've got the Brinkley boys who, to me, Jack Brinkley's still the best I've ever heard when he was young, to me.
Okay.
And it's fun to be on the stage with Jack Brinkley, to me.
All right.
Y'all have updated some songs that too. One of your favorite that people love is Uptown Funk. I know when you first did it, everybody's like, "Are they really doing that?" It was a big hit.
We threw in a couple of new ones like Uptown Funk, and Parker and everybody does a good job on it. But my favorite new song that we do, and Mark sings it, is "Don't Stop Believing" by Journey.
Right.
He does an excellent job on it. It's also a crowd favorite. They get up there and cheer the whole time the song's going on.
Good.
A little story about that. We were at the VFW. The first time we ever did it, my daughter, Kylie, was there. And she was in the other room. And we started singing that song, and she looked and says, "That's Journey." And the boy beside her said, "No, that's your daddy." I said, "Uh-oh."
That's pretty good.
That was good.
Yeah, that was a big hit at the wedding too. I said it was just all fun. Again, you've been together 12 years. Mike, your wife's helping with the PR. You still have the T-shirts, still have the CD. I tell people all the time, CD's a great gift. I still have it in my car, play it all the time. Sent one to all my sisters; they love it. So the CD's still available as well.
We still have CDs. We have T-shirts. My wife handles most of the booking. We've started going through Gig Masters now, so we get a lot more hits. But everybody still goes through her to get our contracts and do all the booking, and then she does all the legwork of contacting all 12 members and making sure everybody's happy, and that's tough sometimes also.
I know talking to y'all, you said studio time's expensive and all that, but people keep asking, is there a second CD in the making anytime?
Actually, there is. We are negotiating with the guy who did the recording last year, and we've been talking to him, and I think we're pretty well set. We're actually just waiting for the weather to change a little bit, because in the studio it's not the coolest place. So we're waiting for the weather to change, but there will be one coming out.
Have you been talking about the selection of songs that you're going to have on this new CD coming out sometime?
But normally what we did last one, we let the singers pick.
Just let each singer pick. Okay.
And that should be a problem.
Okay.
Any song that gets picked will be a good song.
All right. Mark McGregor, Mike Hargrove this morning from Second Chance Band. Now, when you think of beach music, you also think of the Carolinas along the beach there. Do y'all get up to Hilton Head or Myrtle Beach or anything like that anytime? I know that y'all played in Hilton Head before, but do you ever get up that way?
We don't. Actually, we went to Tampa and played with Craig Wohlers, Craig Wohlers is beach music. That he is beach music, and that was really a thrill for us. We played. We had as much fun probably as we've ever had because Craig kind of took over. We played half, he played half, but we backed him up, and he took over and he took us to places we hadn't been before.
You don't ever know where he's going, and he'll start one song, jump right into another, and you'll go for 20, 25 minutes without stopping. And when we're not used to that, but it was a good drive, and everybody enjoyed it when it was over. It was a great night.
Again, the summer socials, what they're here to talk about. Again, it's tomorrow night at the Country Club. Again, the food will be hamburgers, hot dogs, and corn on the cob. That gets underway from 7:30 to 9. Again, if you want a ticket, it's $15 for members, $20 for non-members, but you can purchase tickets in advance. Again, stop by the club or call Liz at 427-4625. Sure, the food will be excellent. Again, everybody's still talking about the night of the chamber banquet. The food was just superb. So
Liz is doing a great job. Yeah, she's doing a real good job, and we're receptive to functions out at the Country Club, and get your ticket ahead of time because I'm thinking there's going to be a big crowd, and you don't want to stand in line and wait. And so Liz told us to tell you, just come on by, give her a call. She'll get you a ticket, and then you come right on in.
Now, where's her office there at the Country Club?
Right in the front door, or just
door.
come to the restaurant. She's there. She's hands on, so she'll be there.
Okay.
Speaking of the club, we know Paige has just come back. I know you play golf a lot, and it's been a big improvement in it.
Yeah, Paige McCrae needed to be in Jessup, Georgia. There's no doubt at Pine Forest Country Club. He's got it turned around. It's really looking good now, and we're doing the $30 deal now, and it's nice.
So we'll plug in the Men's Golf Association again meets tonight as well. The 800 golf tournament right around the corner, August 6th and 7th. So I'm sure that'll be a big topic tonight.
Yeah, Robert Lamb and Mike Henderson be doing the stakes for us.
So can't beat that. So there's a lot going on. It's a good place to be. They said the golf course is pretty much open now. Explain that, and if anybody out there wants to play around the golf.
Yeah, we've opened up the course for a limited time. $30. Include your cart fee and 18 holes of golf, which is I think Paige is going to go to a morning tee times during the week instead of just show up and play.
That'll be good.
One more thing about the dance: when you come, dress cool, because get 300-400 people in there, it gets warm.
It warms up.
It warms up in a hurry.
Y'all have fans on y'all up there when you're on stage?
Parker does.
Yeah. Parker and Tony Brinkley.
Yeah, Tony Brinkley. The rest of us.
Well, you can see Tony back there beating away on them drugs. He's got to have something to keep him cool down.
Something.
And but the social this Friday night, right?
This Friday night starts at
those hours again.
Again, the food starts from 7:30 to 9, and the band hits the stage from 9. How long were y'all performing?
We'll probably play about 12.
12 o'clock, 9 to 12, right?
Friday night, you said?
Right.
Okay, Friday night.
And I want to say thank you to the Country Club because they give us our first start as a band, even though we weren't sure of our name at that time, and we came in as Jack Brinkley and the $500,000 Band.
Jack and the Boys and the $500,000 band.
Jack and the Boys
and they give us our first start, and we appreciate everything they've done for us. We appreciate everybody in Jessup for coming out and supporting us, and come Friday night and listen to us. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised when you come in and see some things that we've thrown into the mix for this Friday night.
We got a few costumes. I want to say costumes. The same thing, or do everybody just shows up what they want to wear?
Well, we kind of know what we're going to wear. The band wears the same thing. The singers, when you got Johnny Keith and Jack Brinkley, you never know.
You never know.
So we pretty well have an idea what we're wearing.
All right.
Yeah. And we're going back to the old school. We're going to play some of our old stuff.
Yeah.
We've thrown some old songs back in that we used to love to do that we've gotten away from.
4-year stuff we hadn't picked up, and we've gone back and picked up some of it. And like I say, then there'll be a couple of new surprises that we've thrown in the mix, and I think everybody will enjoy it.
Now, you're talking about the first name was Jack Brinkley and the Boys and the $500,000 Band. Then where did Second Chance come in? Is it just a name that was thrown out there and somebody said, yeah, that sounds pretty good, or what? You don't know, or don't remember.
It was a name
Mike?
thrown out there, and it just
It's
went.
Just stuck, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How often, like most of you guys have full-time jobs. How often y'all get together to practice, and where do y'all practice at?
We practice at Marion's house. He has a
Nice
shop in the
size
back.
shop.
Yeah, and we practice there, and it's nice. And we practice about, maybe, well, depending on what we're doing, a couple times a month probably on Sundays or something like that. We get together. And,
Now, is that shop air conditioned?
oh yes.
So it's not a true garage band with the front open.
No, the door never opens.
I don't blame you with this type of heat out there.
Well, again, if you want a ticket, stop by, call Liz. Again, the number 427-4625. Again, it is tomorrow night. It's underway at 7:30 to 9 with the food. Again, the food's a hot dog, hamburger, corn on the cob event, and I'm sure they'll have plenty of drink there, tea, whatever you want, either water, whatever. But again, it should be a great meal and a great time. And the band, like I said, hits the stage at 9 to 12, and it kind of kicks off the end of the summer.
Yeah, that's what it is right before school gets back.
Yeah.
And like I say, this is the time the band really likes this event. So we have a good time.
I like that all-American menu there with the hamburgers,
yeah.
hot dogs, corn on the cob. That's good stuff right there.
And I'm sure it'll be good. Like I said, Liz is doing a great job. Like I said, the food. Any idea where the corn's coming from? Anybody donate the corn? I remember the old days, JC, you just get picked
We used to always find a Harris to get this corn from.
Don't buy them now. That's just the JC's out there. Keep
The
going.
Yankee up north never did that before. That was the experience the first time. They said, we're going to go to the cornfield pick. I said, we're going to do what? But I enjoyed it.
We're going to stomp some peanuts and pull them up and boil them.
The Silver Queen corn golf tournament down on the island. I mean, that was just a big hit. So that was a lot of fun. Those were some good times at JC's.
Great times.
Great time.
You missed out on
That's working fun.
JC's. You missed out on a lot.
JC's
A lot of
fun
leadership and training for sure.
Yeah.
Miss them.
You know, I ride out there to the to different events out there at the JC Fairgrounds, and you can think, oh, I remember when we did this over here, or we did this over here, and you go to the meetings, you have more cooks back there than some clubs today have members. It was something else.
It was.
And then when you had two guys running for president of the JCs, that was politics. That was the beginning of a lot of people's political careers. Remember that, Mark? Folks would run for president of JCs, and next thing you know, they're on to state representative, state senator, whatever the case may be, and they got their feet wet down there under the tutelage of WC.
I love this story. We were sitting around talking one day, and a younger guy was telling me, says, you guys had some great stories. I don't have stories like that. And I said, you didn't have the JCs, because the JCs cared about the community first. And it didn't matter if you were a neurosurgeon or a laborer. It didn't matter who you were a JC. We did things to help the community. I don't see that. There's exceptions now. Jody's an exception. And Mickey's an exception, but I don't see that a lot like you used to see it. So I think they missed out on that. You miss out on the camaraderie of people like in the JCs, and I think they missed. I think they missed it.
I know at one time we had some JCs in here a few years ago saying they were trying to revive it, but I haven't heard anything since then. So I don't know what's happened to it. That doggone Supreme Court case in the mid-'80s just did it.
And like I said, the JC's, you think of the JC Landing, you think of JC Stadium, you think of the heliport, just three that I can think right off the bat. They did so much else, Toys for Tots. Under safety. They did Toys for Tots for years. I mean, that was always a fun time getting together and separating those toys. And again, just a lot of fun times. But again, it's going to be a fun time tomorrow night at the Country Club. It's again the Summer Social, Second Chance Band. Again, tickets available as we speak at the Country Club. Call Liz at 427-4625. Again, hot dogs, hamburgers, corn on the cob. The food from 7:30 to 9 and the band from 9 to 12. So can't beat it. Great way to end the summer.
Looking forward to seeing everybody.
Okay.
Appreciate y'all coming out. Thanks again.
We appreciate it. We'll be back more of the world famous Butch and Bob show in a minute.
Have you decided where you will attend school this year? Let my mom tell you about Wayne County's growing Christian school.
I'm Sherry Bowen, Director of Solid Rock Christian Academy, and our goal is to provide academic excellence in a Christ-centered environment. We strive to build a solid foundation in our students that will enable them to excel and become the future leaders of this community. Our superior academics challenges each child to reach their full potential, and our staff is strongly committed to creating a positive, nurturing environment. We offer affordable rates, a low student-teacher ratio, as well as a before and after-school program. Our enrollment is limited, so please give us a call at 424-8316. Again, that's 424-8316. And feel free to check us out at www.srcajessup.org.
Again, that's 424-8316. Give us a chance to show you what makes us different at Solid Rock Christian Academy.
105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country, WIFO, world famous Butch and Bob show for this Thursday morning, 21st day of July. And Bob, it kind of makes you feel young when you go to these events with Second Chance Band playing the songs that a lot of folks grew up with and just having fun with them.
It's just good music. Like I said, it's a very talented band, talented musicians, talented singers, and like I said, good group of guys too. So it's just been fun. Hard to believe it's been 12 years, so that's what's just
12 years.
When I said that, I think, wow, it's been 12 years since we've been going to see the Second Chance Band. But I always go see them any chance I get. Like I said, one of my favorite bands. Still have the CD in my car. Listen to it. I'm glad this year it's going to be a second CD. Can't wait for that. So
yeah, I've got to get another CD. The one that I have, I wore out. And, I mean, it won't play at all. So I've got to get me another one. Got this fax in this morning from the National Federation of Independent Businesses, and they're talking about how the sales tax holiday is supposed to really help the small businesses here in Georgia. The fact that it's been kind of a, you know how it is when it gets in the mid-90s and heat index of 100, people kind of slow down a lot. And so they're saying that the sales tax holiday coming up on July 30th and 31st will help small businesses. And we do encourage folks to buy right here in Wayne County.
Shop at home. We do that all the time. But again, Bo Adams will be here tomorrow with a lot of important dates for the high school and school in general.
Bo Adams
will be here. He'll be here tomorrow on the Butch and Bob show because there's a lot of information that's to get out. Again, the open houses are August 2nd, first day of school August 4th. So it's right around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know a lot of people will be doing their back to school shopping soon. So again, we do encourage everybody to shop locally, and a lot of places here to get everything you need. So
yeah, I'm just glad that they moved it up. It used to be always the weekend after school started back with the sales tax holiday. For a lot of folks, that was just too late. So it's good they moved it up a weekend. They're having the last weekend in July, and I know here in Wayne County on these items, you'll save 8% on, of course, school supplies, and let's see what they got, all kinds of different things here on clothing, computers, school supplies, and just anything that the state thinks qualifies for back to school.
And if you look for a computer, that's the weekend buy.
Yeah, that's the weekend.
8% kind of helps.
And it's interesting to go into some of the big discount stores. They've already got, of course, the school supplies out there. They've got them all lined up. They've got the different sheets there on what different schools, you'll need what supplies and stuff like that. So they do a good job of getting it all organized. So it makes it easy when you go in there to purchase these school supplies. Okay. And I was reading something the other day that in the state of Georgia, a teacher in the state of Georgia will spend an average of $400 out of their own pocket buying certain supplies for their classroom.
That doesn't surprise me.
It doesn't surprise me at all, knowing teachers.
We've seen that here in Wayne County. Teachers take pride in their classrooms and spend a lot of their own personal money to, get it the way they want it. So they take pride in their work. That's what we're fortunate to have, great teachers here in Wayne County.
That's right. Yeah, teaching is a very can be a very difficult but very rewarding type of a profession. I know a lot of teachers, they like to see their when their students graduate high school and go off to college and come back, and students will say, you were a big inspiration to me. You helped me get over this. You helped me in this subject here. You helped me get back on track, whatever the case may be. So teachers have a very big impact on students.
The new school in Odom has a lot of excitement in Odom. A lot of kids excited about the first day of school with the brand new building, teachers, faculty. But the whole city of Odom is just ecstatic about that.
Oh, yeah, yes. This is their main thing there. So, that's cool.
It's just, looking forward to that open house after school begins. They'll set a date where everybody can come look at it. So, But it's pretty much the same design as just elementary, just with the Odom flavor and one less wing since the population in Odom's a little bit smaller than Jessup. But just a beautiful facility. Had a chance, like I said, a couple weeks ago, to take a tour with the principal, Gina Roddy. Just very nice facility. There's a lot of excitement over that community about that new school opening up on August the 4th.
lot safer for the kids. They're in an enclosed area and they don't,
The security.
Security, they're in an enclosed area, one door coming in and out, more efficient in terms of energy use, not having to walk back and forth across Church Street there to get to the gymnasium and the arts building and all that kind of stuff. And just a better facility for their students to be able to learn and for the teachers to teach. So that school is the pride and joy of the Odom area. Look forward to the open house there. Folks will have a chance to go there sometime the next few weeks and they decide to have open house. Everybody can just kind of walk the halls. But I know those students have got to be excited. So back to school, August 4th is when school starts back. They'll get everything organized, set in place on that Thursday and Friday, and hit the ground running on Monday. But everybody still needs to be there to make sure that you're getting all the different instructions from the teachers and what supplies you may need and what subject, what you can first start studying in that class. But it's going to be great. August 4th. And then the first football game, let's do this once again, folks might not know. When is the first regular season game and where?
August 26th at West Lawrence High School, 36 days from today.
All right.
The countdown's underway. Can't wait.
Can't wait. New football season, new coach, and things are going to look good for the Wayne County Yellow Jackets this year.
Tough schedule.
Oh, tough schedule. We're moving up. See, in the past few years, we've been at the very top in terms of enrollment in 4A, and now we're going to be in terms of enrollment at the bottom of 5A. And so it's always, the more students you have in that school, you have more talent to choose from. So it's going to be interesting for the Yellow Jackets this year as they have moved up to 5A.
I'm just glad. I said I like the crosstown rivals. So I'm glad Ware County's in it. To me, it's always, years past, it's always been a great traditional rivalry in any sport. Wayne, Ware County always brings good crowds. So I'm just happy that they're back in our region, state's first in the region. So just to, those rivals, they have history. It's just like it's
a lot of history.
And that's why they keep Appleton on the schedule. Glad to see Pierce County back on the schedule. Those are just fun rival games.
Oh yeah,
the communities that close together. So
like to play these schools there at border region.
South Effingham has become a pretty traditional rival. They're back in the region. That's been a good battle between the baseball, softball programs. Yeah. Football games have been competitive in the past. So it's just a good region, And I know it's a little tougher region with Ware County, powerhouse in football, but I still like that rival game. I said we've been able to compete with them in years past and have beaten them in some region championships in the past years ago. So it's just fun to have them back in our region.
Okay. The boys out there working hard, and not only do you have that, you've got the band members. They're getting out there soon, and they'll be out there practicing, if not already. And that's a lot of practice that they do out there. Those band members do, getting ready to put on a great halftime show and keep us all fired up. And the band's going to have their own stands this year. They're in the end zone as you come into the stadium. That's going to be exciting for them.
I think they start camp the same time. Football starts camp Monday. So
Monday, this coming Monday.
I believe so.
Cheerleaders, also the flag corps, and then of course you've got girls softball. That's coming up with their very first game real soon, right?
We got volleyball this year too.
And new sport, girls volleyball.
Cross country, all those sports. So be a busy fall.
Mm-hmm.
But got to run down Coach Kayla Hobbs. And if you're out there, she said she's going. I said, I broke my phone. I lost all my contacts.
You broke your phone? They can't take the SIM card out of it and save it for you?
No, I took it everywhere. But if you can't turn it on, you can't get any information.
You can't turn it on, you can't get the information. I thought you could take the card out of it. You can't take the card out of it?
They couldn't do it.
I couldn't. I know they tried.
I've been to every phone company.
So you went to AT&T? They couldn't do it.
They sent me everywhere.
All right, you went to the Red Barn.
I went everywhere.
And nobody can get lose all those contacts. You always think I got all those contacts on my phone and say, yeah, I need to write those down. And you really don't think about it until you bust your phone and you can't get those contacts.
It was a bad day about 3 weeks ago, but slowly but surely I'm getting my contacts back. But I saw Kayla over the weekend, told her I didn't have her number to text me. She said she'd text me, but she has not done it. So if you see Kayla there to text me, Kayla Hobbs.
Kayla Hobbs is the volleyball coach.
She's the volleyball coach. She's the girls' varsity basketball coach. Took us all the way to the Final Four last year. Had a great time up there. but great coach, great person, but her memory must have slipped her mind. But I want to get an interview about this volleyball. I'm curious how many girls are out. I got the schedule. There's only like a couple home games, but volleyball is a fun sport for me. I mean, I didn't play it. We didn't have a high school team. We played it in PE. I mean, it was all we played in PE. I used to love playing volleyball. It was just fun. So it'd be fun to see how the teams come together. If they have any taller, you need some tall.
You gotta have those tall ones up there in front.
Right, gotta have those strikers. So.
It says, once you get the contact here, somebody just look at here, and I may have to do this too. Once you get your contacts back in your phone, sync them to your Gmail. You can just sync them, get it and just sync it. I mean, all at one time, all those contacts will go into a Gmail type of vault, all right, and a memory thing. And then next time you do that to your phone, which it will happen again, it happens to all of us, it'll all be right there.
Can you do the same thing with your photos? See, I lost all my photos. See, that was the most painful thing.
So, and it says always sync to a PC. Another one's to a personal computer.
It was just a very painful day.
Oh, very painful. I know it is. I mean, it's just...
It was just, to lose all those photos that I had in my phone. So
I'm just surprised they weren't able to take the card out and say
you're supposed to download all that stuff. I
know what it is. All right, Bob.
But like I said, I'm trying to run down Kayla. I'd like to talk about the volleyball. I should be interested in seeing first year volleyball at Wayne County High School.
Let's see here. Okay, it's all the sync stuff here. All right, Bob, have a good day. All right, the world-famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by Drury Diesel, located at the intersection of First Street and Cherry Street in downtown Jessup, by Parker Insurance and Realty on Macon Street across from the Heritage Bank, and by Jessup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway, and by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear. 8:30 on this Thursday morning, 21st day of July. Right now, we're going to check in the latest news from Fox News Radio.
Fox News Radio, I'm Dave Anthony. Never have I been more proud to be a Trump. Donald's son Eric, but one Republican's not so proud. Trump's to the values we say we believe. Ted Cruz got booed. And the crowd chanted, "We want Trump." Upstaging what was a big night for the VP nominee, but Mike Pence tells Fox this morning,
I'm absolutely confident that in the days ahead, you're going to continue to see this party come together.
Fox's Rachel Sutherland live at the Republican convention in Cleveland.
Dave Cruz refused to endorse Trump and instead said that people should vote their conscience.
The Bill of Rights protects the rights of all of us to live according to our conscience.
As the crowd chanted and jeered, Trump suddenly appeared at the back of the convention hall, sending tensions higher. He gave a thumbs up to convention goers. Cruz asked God's blessing on the country and exited the scene as security escorted his wife out. Cruz is set to speak to the Texas delegation at a breakfast here in Cleveland this hour. Tonight, Donald Trump makes his big convention speech. Dave?
Rachel, Russia's doping scandal will cost it silver and gold. The Court of Arbitration for Sport rejects Russia's appeal and upholds an Olympic ban on 68 track and field athletes who won't be allowed to compete in Rio. Russia calls the ruling unacceptable. Nearly 300 more Southwest Airlines flights have been canceled or delayed as computer problems persist.
We know we disappointed customers today, and we're really, really sorry about that.
That spokeswoman Linda Rutherford, after hundreds more flights were delayed or canceled yesterday by the computer problems. Then there was a Jetstar flight from Sydney to Thailand that made an unexpected stop to Indonesia last night. 6 passengers traveling together drank too much, then began throwing punches at each other, and they were forced off the plane. 5 of them faced deportation to Australia. This is Fox News Radio. Fair and balanced.
832, 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio, your Fox News radio station here in Southeast Georgia. Well, we got a giveaway coming your way soon. We'll give away some tickets to Splash the Burrow Water Park, and we've got state news coming your way, quick look at sports, and what happened on this day in history right here on the Big Dog. Up next, we'll take a look at that weather forecast and see if we get any type of relief from this heat. We'll find out in a couple of minutes.
Woody Folsom Automotive has started smoking. No, not that kind of smoking. I'm talking about the real good, feel-good, money-saving, flag-waving kind of smoking. GM's marking 20% savings off MSRP on select Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC vehicles. That's before you talk to Woody. Smoking deals on smoking wheels. Select new Chevy, Buick, and GMC vehicles are Flying out of here at 20% off MSRP. Supply of these special vehicles is very limited, so get to the 20% event going on now. Hurry and get in here, because they are leaving here with the lights on.
More truck for your money and more